So, okay. In your all right, in your book you talk a lot. Oh, you're cracking me up. In your book you talk a lot about the commonalities between the culture you come from and the culture in Qatar. But what are some obvious dissimilarities? I mean, don't you think that it's disingenuous to say that everything is the same?
Yes, and I hope I'm not coming off with some sort of Pollyanna-esque, everything's the same, let's all hold hands, love, learn, kumbaya, because that's not at all the case. However, just because there are these manifestations, like they give people lashes for public drunkenness,
That sounds awesome.
Women do have to cover.
That doesn't sound awesome at all.
No.
When you talk about valuing yourself differently, when you are sure that you're not going to be able to have children, I think that would be the case here and there. And so that's an interesting commonality.
Yes. And I felt that you live in a culture that values women primarily as wives and mothers, and then you find out you were never going to be a mother, and then your husband leaves you, and it had a profound impact on me. And coming out to the other side of it was something that I didn't think was going to be possible while I was there, but looking back, I realized that was probably the perfect place for me to have been, to really overcome those kinds of really deeply embedded archetypal demons inside me.
Oh, that's amazing.
Right.
So how do you think a burlesque show would go over there?
I love that question because, every aspect of humanity is represented anywhere you have humans. And, there was a group of people that called themselves the Polys that were, polyamorous. I think it was expats and Qataris, not 100% sure, but certainly the Qataris had their own ways of getting together and really getting crazy. And now, while I was there, belly dancing, which, as we know or believe, is a very traditional Middle Eastern form of art, was becoming less and less common, even in Egypt, because it was seen as too lewd. However, that doesn't mean that there isn't any belly dancing. And while publicly you could not have a burlesque show,
maybe at one of those crazy weddings you described. Like I could see the burlesque lessons that we do.
Oh, yes.
Taking place at the party you described, although not at the wedding itself, but in the room with all the women. Like
Absolutely.
Burlesque for women only.
Well, you know what? They don't actually have weddings like we think of them. That is the wedding. The wedding is they go and they sign a piece of paper.
Oh, okay.
The parties are segregated, men here and women there. But even that is changing.
I would take a bunch of strippers to a group of women that were gay. Yeah. I think they would love it. I think everybody everywhere wants to, goof off and throw a bow around. I think the guys would like to throw a bow around as well. But just from the party you describe in the book, I could definitely picture it there. I just couldn't picture it like,
in a restaurant.
Here. No.
There's no Duane Park there.
No, with Duane Park is exactly what I was thinking wouldn't work. Yeah.
Right.
But you never know.